Okay, now let's go for the wall clock. I'm gonna start by creating a cylinder, or rather circle, on the wall. Okay, let's just make it bigger. Let's go to radius, and I'm gonna make it about 45 centimeters. So this should be fine. I'm gonna press 8 so I can bring up my environment settings, and I'm gonna bring down the overall lighting. Okay, so this should be fine. Now let's go to the settings for the circle. I'm gonna go to interpolation and set this one to be 1. So we have 8 sides. Now add an editable poly on top. Select all of those outer edges and press R. Or in fact, I just want to bring them outside, so press W, Shift, and drag them out. Now press R and scale them out. Okay, press R again and scale them out. And this time press W and scale them in. So this should be fine. Now I'm gonna add a mesh smooth on top. Okay, so this is great. Now I'm gonna add a plane. So let's go to plane and create a plane here. And I'm just gonna bring it out, just a tiny amount. Okay, that is fine. Let's get rid of the segments. Now I'm gonna bring my image as a reference, so I can just click and drag it to viewport and press M. Get the material from this one. I just want to make sure that we can see the image on the viewport. Okay, now let me check to see if I have my textures enabled. So I enable the textures under the visual style. Hit OK. Okay, so everything's fine. I guess they're roughly the same size, so let me bring down the plane size. Let's go for 80 and 80. So this should be fine. Now I'm gonna start outlining the shapes with a spline. So let's use a line and just trace out the lines. You could continue the line, or you could add a symmetry, or again mirror that one around, but I'm gonna continue. Or in fact I'm not, so let's delete this one and fix the rest first. Select this one and go to smooth. Just bring it here. Now select these two and let's go to smooth. Fine, this one. So this one's fine. Now I'm gonna right click this one and go to Bezier corner and bring this one up. And this one is okay. Let's select this one and go to smooth. go to Bezier corner and bring down the curve. Okay. Select this one and go to a smooth. This one as well. I guess I need another point here, so let's go to refine and add a vertex here. Great. Select these two, go to a smooth. Okay, even though I think this one's sharp, so I'm gonna use a Bezier corner and bring this one down just a tiny amount, so it's more interesting. Okay, now I'm gonna isolate this one, and let's mirror this around. I'm gonna use mirror and make a instance. Okay, now let's rotate this one. Now let's get out of the isolation mode, and I select this one and disable the angle snap, and I'm gonna just place it where it should be. So this should be fine. Now I'm gonna edit this point, so let's make this one unique and go to vertex mode. I'm gonna delete this one and bring this one here. Let's go press S to snap it to this point and disable the snap, and I'm gonna fix this one. Alright. Okay, now I wanna snap this one to this point and go refine, disable a snap and bring this one down just like so. Great, now I select these two and Alt Q to isolate those. Select one of those and go under attach and attach to this one. Select this vertex or these two plus these on top, and I'm gonna go weld vertices. So we have one in here, this one's one, and in fact we only have one yellow point or yellow vertex, which means that we the whole spline is closed. So that's fine. Let's go for the next one. We also have a couple of holes here, so before getting into next one I'm gonna use a circle. Okay, now let's make it adaptive and increase its radius. So this is fine. Now duplicate this one around. Make sure that you have held down the shift key. Just to make sure that I'm not selecting the background plate, which is a geometry, I'm gonna go to shapes so I can only select shapes. So I'm gonna select this shape and bring it here. Let's make it a unique and convert it to editable spline. Now select this point and bring it up. I'm gonna select this one and bring it down. I would also select some of these and bring them down. You can hold down Shift key to break the tangents. Let's delete that one, and I'm also gonna delete this one. Okay, so this should be fine. Now let's duplicate this one here as well, and I'm gonna make a copy and make this one smaller. Okay, now let's attach all of those together. I'm gonna select this one and go attach multiple, and select all of the circles. Okay, now I can add an extrude modifier on top. Okay, let me isolate this one to see where's the problem. So I'm gonna delete this extrude modifier and make sure that all of the vertices are welded together. So let me check again. And they are on the same plane. Okay, let's go to perspective mode again. So what I'm gonna do instead is to detach these splines. Let's go to detach. Then I'm gonna select this one and extrude it out. Okay, apparently I have a problem here, so it has nothing to do with all of those. So I'm gonna extrude again, or rather undo again a couple of times. I do not need to detach these. Now I'm gonna select all of the vertices and press F12. To bring up my transform type in, I'm gonna press R. So we have the scale values here. Then I'm gonna on Y, I'm gonna press right click, so all of the values are 0. Now if I undo once and right click, go to object properties, go to general tab, you can see that I have the dimension of an amount here on Z. So I'm gonna right click on this spinner. Now if I go to object properties again, you can see that on the Z value we have absolutely 0. So that's why we had an issue with the extrude modifier. Now we can add an extrude modifier on top. Okay, now I'm gonna increase the amount. Let's go back to perspective mode and bring this one out. So this should be fine, I guess. You may also want to smooth out or rather add chamfer to the sharp edges if you're going to do a close-up, but since I'm not going to be using this clock from very near, I guess that's fine. We do not need to add any other resolution. Okay, so I'll pause the video and do the rest of the objects. Again, this one is exactly the same as what we did here. Yeah, and also this one in the bottom, it's exactly the same as this one. You need just to draw a line and extrude it out. And for the rest of the piece, which is this one, you could add a couple of cylinders on top of each other and then add them together. Okay, so I'll complete this one and we'll continue the rest in the next tutorial.